What's up, chat? Sorry I'm a few minutes late. Had to make sure I went ahead and got my iced coffee. But, yeah. Let's get this set up. Get y'all locked in on the table. Because that's more what y'all care about. Let's see. But, yeah. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna lift you guys up a little bit in the camera. But yeah, sorry I'm a few minutes late today. Had to get my iced coffee ready and everything. But now we should be all set to go. Actually, forgot my water. I will be back in 5 seconds. But when I come back, a couple of updates and we'll practice some magic. So I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. Have my water all ready to go. Figured I'd do a quick little stream today. Haven't streamed in about a month for y'all. I'm going to turn up my fan too. Chaotic morning for me, but hopefully everybody else's mornings have been off to a much better start. But yeah, a couple of updates. Reason why I haven't been streaming as much is mainly law school and creative block. Those of you who keep up with the community posts, or those of you who have seen me before, know that I am a full-time law student. I just finished finals like a couple of weeks ago, so that took up most of my time, and I immediately went into summer courses. But grades finally came back out, so I have a lot less stress on me, and I can focus a little bit more on this and the creative side. I have a couple of big things planned for the summer, but we'll get into that in a little bit. First, I'm going to get myself warmed up because I haven't practiced for you guys in a while. But how's everybody else doing? If you're new to the stream, feel free to say hi. Those of you who have seen me before, say hi as well. I never know how the streams are going to go. Sometimes, like, YouTube is finicky with the vertical live streams. I've had them give me a couple hundred viewers, and they give me, like, 10. So I never know what's going to come through. But I'll get myself warmed up, show you guys a couple of tricks, give you a few more channel updates if you're interested, a few life updates if you want. And if you guys want to see how anything is done, if you want to see a specific trick, feel free to let me know. For now, just getting myself warmed up a bit. Hopefully everybody's summer is off to a good start. I don't know how many of y'all are in school, students like me. I don't really get a summer. I had 1 week off before I'm immediately into 10 credits of law school work, where I'm working 11 hours a day between my job and law school, but I'm still going to try and make this a priority. In fact, I have another video coming out later today, which I'm going to spend most of the day editing. So, but, alright. Seems like we got a couple of people stopping in. If you're new here, feel free to say hi. We're going to be practicing a little bit of magic. I'll show you guys a couple of things, give you a few channel updates. those of you who don't know me, my name is Hex. I'm a former professional magician, full-time law student here in Arizona now. I go to Arizona State University, known for being a massive party school, and I have party tricks. But, yeah. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Alright. We'll give you guys a couple of tricks here. First, we'll start off with, we'll take the top card of the deck, just like this. The 9 of Diamonds. I don't like that card. That's kind of an unlucky card. So let's take it. We'll put it middle of the deck like that. Push it all the way in. Snap our fingers. And, oh shit, it's right back up top. Might be an unlucky day for me. It's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. Chaotic start to the day, but I'm glad I got time in to do a little stream for y'all. Going to do a little bit of magic. If y'all want to see how anything is done, feel free to let me know. Like, some of the stuff I have tutorials on my channel, like the Ernage change, like that. I have a couple of tutorials on it. But I'm happy to explain it in person. That way, if you guys have specific questions, I'm mainly doing the stream just to practice a little bit. I was going to practice magic this morning anyways. Figured I'd do it for y'all. If y'all enjoy the tricks, feel free to like and subscribe, like, stick around, comment, ask questions, and I'll give you guys updates on how everything's going with me. But everything is going pretty damn well for me. The other day, grades came out for law school, and I have straight A's, which doesn't sound that impressive, but in law school, everybody is graded on a curve. And not the type of curve where, like, you get an extra couple of points, but the type of curve where everybody's graded against each other. So in order to get an A, you need to beat the majority of the class. Well, thank you for sticking around, even though I'm not doing Magic the Gathering. That's actually a future stream that I plan on doing. Magician learns to play MTG. I'm waiting to do that until, like, I have friends that I want to do a, like, IRL stream at a card shop with, or if I want to do it, like, I don't know, MTG Arena, or there are some of the other online ones, but yeah, law school grading is chaotic. It is, you're graded against the classmates, so in order to actually get an A, you need to beat out, I think it's 20, and you need to beat out 80% of the class and be in the top 20%, which I managed to do in every single one of my classes so far. And I did it without studying. In fact, during reading week, which is the traditional studying period, I was doing magic for OnlyFans models, which, if you're interested, I have a video on the channel about that. But I'll do a couple of other tricks for y'all here. Here, let's see. We'll go ahead and grab out a random card for y'all. Let's just go here. Doesn't matter if I see it, so 7 of Spades. Alright, we'll take your card and we'll put it right here. One last look, okay? Make sure you watch what my hands are doing. This is all about card control, making it look like I'm shuffling when really I am not, okay? Now it looks like I'm really shuffling, and this looks like I'm really cutting the cards, but I'm not. All in all, it looks like I actually mix up the cards. But in truth, I kept your card, the 7 of Spades, right where I wanted. I kept it right up top. Oh, shoot. I might need a bit more practice. Hang on, though. I said that I made it the top card. And if I put the deck underneath the table, that makes this the top card. So if I just snap my fingers, I can change it right to your card. Thank you. Thank you. I try my best to be an academic weapon as well as being multi-talented. I do a lot. That's the one big problem I have, is I do too much. Like I mentioned, this stream is just going to be pretty chill. Practice a little bit. of Magic, show you guys a couple of tricks, and if y'all want to see how any of this stuff is done, like I said, feel free to ask. Feel free to leave as many comments as possible. My favorite thing to do when I'm streaming is honestly just talk to y'all about stuff, whether it be about law school, about Magic, whatever. But yes, the video coming out later today is breaking down how I went from a 3.0 GPA to a 4.0 GPA without studying. And in fact, I ended up Callying one of my classes, which means the very top score in the class. And I'm writing an academic research paper based on that class. It's a unique niche topic. It's antitrust law. Oh, red queen to red queen. Sometimes when you do color changes, you can never predict what's going to be there, especially if you don't set it up. When I record the videos and the tutorials, I always make sure, like if I'm doing an Erdney exchange, that it's a black card underneath a red card so it looks better. Because oftentimes you'll like randomly have you'll have the two red queens right next to each other, and it looks like nothing changed. But there are a couple of color changes that are like pretty easy to learn. They can be finicky sometimes. It depends on like the quality of the deck, like that. But thank you. I actually have a copy of The Expert at the Card Table right over on my bookshelf right there. I'm rereading it. That's one of the goals for the summer. I'm rereading that and The Royal Road to Card Magic because I let myself get rusty since I started law school. So I'm going to go through those, get a little bit more practice in. But yeah, how's everybody's summer going? Anybody doing anything interesting for the summer, or not really? I know some of you might not start summer yet, like especially anybody in high school or anybody that's international, but by the way, shuffling is one of the most underrated skills you can develop as a magician. Being able to do just that impresses so many people. I have a quick tutorial on the channel. Feel free to check that out. A lot of people still have questions on it, and there's a good reason why that is one of my most viewed videos. I highly recommend that you check that out and prioritize learning how to do that. But if you're interested in learning Magic in particular, part of the reason I'm doing this stream is to announce my big project for the summer, which is a Magic 101 course. Don't worry, it's not like a course you buy. I'm doing a free YouTube class where I teach you how to go from a complete beginner at Magic all the way up to novice/intermediate level. It's going to have about 3 or 4 hours worth of footage going over everything that you need to know to get started. And that is going to be my big project for the summer. So look forward to some of that stuff starting to come out soon. Well, that's still very impressive, Miss Lab. Good shit, honestly. Like, keep grinding, keep working. What's your goal with that? Is the goal to be a lead actor someday? Or, like, I know not everybody wants the lead actor spots because some of them can be, like, it's awful work-life balance, but you seem like you don't have a great work-life balance already doing an overnight. But good shit. Like, that's a hard industry to break into, even doing background work. So, congrats. Okay. Well, let's go with a couple of other quick tricks. We'll grab out a random card for y'all. Let's go right here. Okay? Jack of Diamonds. Alright? We'll take the card and we will put it right about middle of the deck. Push it all the way in. And I love this trick because all I have to do is snap my fingers. And every card is facing one way. All except our Jack of Diamonds. That one's very simple to learn. It's one of the like 5 tricks that I have titled the easiest card trick in the world on the channel. So if you want to check that out, or if you want me to explain it now, I'm happy to. But yeah, I'm glad it seems like everybody's having like a good day, a good start to the summer at the very least. I haven't streamed in like a month. A lot of y'all weren't in here when I mentioned it. I had bad creative block for a while. You're new here and you want to see some more. Okay, so that means you probably missed the trick that I did right at the beginning, which is literally the easiest card trick in the world, at least in my opinion. You just take the top card like this, Queen of Spades. We're going to take it, put it right in the middle of the deck, push it all the way in, snap my fingers, and it is right back up top. That is literally the easiest trick in the world, at least in my opinion, aside from some of the self-working tricks. Do y'all want to see how that's done? If you want to see how that's done, just hit the like button things, those interaction things, so that way they pop up on my screen, because I know there's some chat delay. How is that done? Oh my god, is that Celtic or Russian? No, that's Cyrillic. I don't read Cyrillic, but that's one language I hope to eventually learn. Okay, I'll break that down as soon as I finish this little side anecdote. I am very interested in language learning, and part of the reason why I was late to stream this morning is because I was brushing up on my Japanese, which I know is lame as fuck, and I sound like a weeb, but I am teaching myself Japanese. So if anybody in chat knows Japanese, I can read a little bit about it. Not a ton. My grammar's awful, but okay. You guys are going crazy with those interactions. I appreciate it. So the secret to that trick, I'll show it to you guys one more time, and then I'll break it down for you. We take the top card, 2 of spades in this case. We put it right in the middle of the deck, push it all the way in, snap our fingers, and it's right back up top. Now the secret to doing this is that instead of actually flipping over the top card, I take 2 cards and I flip them over at the same time. So I'm showing you the second card. And then I flip over both again, and I take the actual top card, put it in the middle of the deck, push it in, and the second card is still up top. This is what we call a double lift, and there are quite a few ways to get into it. My personal favorite way is to look the person or the camera, or you guys, because there are people on the other side of the screen, so you guys, look the person straight in the eyes, and while they're looking at me, I'm assuming you guys are looking at me because I'm talking to you, I take my hand here and I pinky count. 1, 2 cards up. And I know there are 2 cards here. Then I just reach in at this corner because I'm holding a pinky break, and I flip over both cards. There are a couple of other ways to do this. You can do a thumb count where, again, you're talking, distracting people, and you just riffle up until you feel like you have 2 cards. 1, 2, and you catch a pinky break again. Same exact thing. The easiest way, though, the way I learned how to do this when I started, push off 1 card, push off 2 cards while you're talking to somebody. Just talk to them, push off 2 cards, then push them back in, but catch a pinky break. This is one of the most useful moves that you will need as a magician, is the break. Being able to break and being able to retain a card in a specific spot when you shuffle are 2 of the most important skills that you can have. So, break it down again one more time. I'll show it to you one more time, then break it down one last time. We'll take the top card of the deck, flip it over. 8 of diamonds. Hey, how's it going? Push it all the way in the middle of the deck. Snap my fingers and right back up top. And to do that, easiest thing ever. Just count off 2 cards, square it up, pinky break, flip over both cards at once. See, there's 2 cards there. And you're showing the second card from top. You flip over both cards again. Take the actual top card, put it right in the middle of the deck, push it all the way in, snap your fingers, do whatever magic voodoo you want, and the second card is right back up top. That is one of the easiest things you can ever do. It is, that trick is the reason why I have 17,000 subscribers. That trick has gotten, like, the tutorial for that has, like, 3.5 million views. Yes, you go ahead, try that on your family members, try that on your friends. But one recommendation that I have, because I personally went through this, practice on yourself first. Make sure that you really get it. And pick up in at least one more trick. You don't want to only have one trick. Because when they ask you to do another trick, what are you going to do? You can't do another trick. And that was a big problem that I had. The first time that I ever did magic, I learned a self-working card trick. And the very next day, I went to middle school. Showed it to some friends in the cafeteria. They all cheered. And they brought over everybody else from my grade. I showed it to them. I did it for them. They all cheered too. And then they asked me to do another trick. And that was the only trick that I knew. And I was so embarrassed that night I went home and I stayed up all night teaching myself magic. And the very next day I went in and I knew like 5 tricks. And I'm completely self-taught. I watched YouTube videos, I read books. I never had anybody like actively sit there and talk to me and talk me through it. So everything that I know I picked up through basically the internet. And also books. Like I have a shelf over there and a decent chunk of it is just magic books and books on presentation. That's one of the most important things you can have as a magician is being a good presenter. I always tell people I am a shitty magician, a good presenter. I'm good at public speaking. I'm bad at magic. Like any of you, if you sit down and seriously practice for 2 years, you will be way better than me when it comes to sleight of hand and actual magic. But the one thing that I have is being good at talking. Like, fuck. See that? That's the ex-girlfriend shuffle. Looks pretty, does nothing. Miss Layup, I'm happy that you find that useful. Absolutely. Go ahead, show that on set, and do that for other actors. People in creative arts love seeing other creatives working. So go ahead, absolutely use that. See, I need days like this where I get a little bit more practice in. But yeah, another super easy thing that you can do is the Ernest change, which is just that color change. It's pretty easy. I have a tutorial on it. Thank you guys. Thank you for the well wishes. You want me to do my favorite trick that I can do? All right, I did this a little bit earlier. I'll do it again for y'all. Give the deck a quick shuffle. That way y'all know I'm not cheating. I'll show y'all this trick. Quick shuffle. That way you know I'm not cheating, even though I'm still gonna cheat. All right. If you're enjoying this stuff, make sure that you like the stream, interact with the stream, subscribe, and feel free to check out my other videos later and stuff too. But we'll pull out a random card. Let's just go here. Doesn't matter if I see it. It's going to be 2 of hearts. We'll take your card and we will put it right about here. I'll give you one last look. And make sure you pay attention to what I'm doing with my hands, okay? This is all about card control, making it look like I'm shuffling when really I'm not. That looked like a real shuffle, right? And this looks kind of like I'm really cutting the cards, right? All in all, it looks like the deck is actually being mixed up. But It's not. I kept your card right where I wanted it to be. And that was right up top. Oh shoot, I was one off. 3 of hearts. Hang on. I told y'all that I made your card the top card, right? So if I put the card right here and put the deck under the table, that makes this the top card. All I need to do is snap my fingers. And it's right there. And that is my favorite trick. That is a tabled version of David Blaine's hand sandwich, and it is just a more complex version of the trick that I revealed to y'all a little bit ago. So if you want to put the pieces together, I'm sure you can figure out how it's done, but there are a lot of intermingled steps that make it quite a bit more difficult for the spectator to track. What did y'all think of that one? That's my favorite trick. That I literally always do that. See that reaction. You thought I messed up. I have chat over here on the side. That's why I'm pointing over here. That reaction. You thought I messed up. That's the reason why that's the very first trick I do every time I do magic for somebody. I want them to think that I am bad at magic. I want them to think that, what the fuck is this kid doing? What the fuck's this guy doing? Like, he's just fucking around. He's fucking with me. And then, instead of putting the card on the table and having it change, I put it in their hands. And have them cover it with their other hand. And it is a brilliant magical moment for them every single time. Monkey, I think a lot of people care. There are like 30, 40 people in here that seem to be enjoying it. Channel has 17,000 subs. I think you even care enough because you're the one that came in here and commented that nobody cares. So, but yeah, I like that because it's such a visceral moment for them. And after that, I always go ahead and follow it up with this next trick. So we'll go ahead and give the cards another quick shuffle for y'all. Pull out a random card. We'll go right here. Doesn't matter if I see it. It is 10 of spades. We'll put it right about middle of the deck, right there, okay? And I'll give y'all one last look. That way you know exactly where it is, what it is. And I love this trick because it is so easy. All I need to do is give the deck one quick shuffle like this. And it's done. That's just the Joker, don't worry. I'm not pulling it from off screen. But, that's just the other Joker, don't worry. I'm not going to pull it from off screen. Don't worry about that. But I will have the Jokers pull it out of the deck for me. And that's my second favorite trick. I forget the exact name for that one. I've been doing it for so long. I think it's like Flying Jokers or something. When I do the full like Magic 101 course and like lecture series I'm doing for y'all, I'll look into it and give it an actual name. But yeah, that is my second favorite trick. Thank you. Like I mentioned before, I'm a shitty magician. That's a trick that you can learn in an afternoon. What I am good at is talking. Every trick that I do, I have it down to a science. Robin, I've been doing it for about a decade at this point with some extended breaks in there because I'm a full-time student, and serious student at that, triple major in undergrad and law student now. So I have never really taken it super seriously. One thing I would recommend, if you're interested in getting started, I know this is kind of shameless, but take a look at some of my YouTube shorts breaking down like easy magic tricks and I'm going to be making a full series taking you from complete beginner up to novice/intermediate level. It's a Magic 101 series I'm going to be doing for free on YouTube here later this summer. So stick around for that if you're serious about learning. It'll get you to the point where you can go up to random people in public and at parties and just start doing Magic for them and feel confident in it. And if you want to, even start doing some professional shows. Other things I'll recommend, check out Scam School, Brian Brushwood. He's the first person I ever learned Magic from. And a couple of other just like YouTube channels. You can learn so much just from YouTube. Buy a deck of cards, constantly have it on you, and constantly be practicing. If you feel weird about learning like from Magic Exposed videos online, I will highly recommend that you pick up The Expert at the Card Table by S.W. Erdnaz. It is still the classic, like, it's the ultimate treatise on card magic, table magic, all of that. And there are a couple of other books as well. I'll break down some of those, like, in a full video on, like, magic books. But that's where I'd start. Like, if you're enjoying my content, check out some of the videos to see how they click for you. But buy a deck of cards, just start practicing. And if you watch my content and some other YouTubers' content soon enough, your entire YouTube feed will be filled with it, and you will, like, you'll be learning in no time. Yes, I can teach the Joker trick. It's kind of advanced. Like, you can learn it in an afternoon, at least the toss part. The other part is a little bit more complex. So, here, I will do it one more time for those of you that didn't see. Break it down after that. Alright? Give the deck a quick shuffle. We will pull out a random card. The 10 of Hearts. Okay? We will take that card, put it right about... Thank you, guys. I'm glad you're enjoying it. We'll take the card, put it right about middle of the deck, push it all the way in, and this trick is so easy. I love it. Literally just quick shuffle, and it's the Jokers. You guys have seen this. I don't need to act for y'all, but I'm going to have the Jokers pull it out of the deck. And it's 10 of Hearts. Okay, so the way that you're going to do this, first thing is the setup. When you pull the cards out of the deck box in the very beginning, I always do this as soon as I'm getting started to perform. You have the box like this. Whenever you first go to perform, open it up, pull the cards out, put this in your pocket, count off the 2 Jokers, also put them in your pocket. If anybody asks, what are you doing with those cards? You show them, it's just the Jokers. You put them in your pocket, they will forget about it within 30 seconds. You do another trick first, and you can immediately go into this. Then you go ahead, you literally have them pick out any card. It's completely free choice. So, Queen of Clubs. Then what you're going to do is you need a way to control the card to the bottom of the deck. My favorite way is the pass. There are a couple of other ways. This is the more advanced part. I'm not going to break that down here on stream because it's a little bit too complex for most people, but Jesus, Tony, I was about to read that out. That would be the first time somebody got me. Like, I've streamed a decent amount, and I haven't been got yet. But you're going to get whatever the Spectator's card is to the bottom of the deck. You can do that through a double undercut, the pass, any type of control that you want. I'll break down some of these later in the Magic 101 course. Then once you're here, pretend like you're pulling their card out of your pocket for that effect that I got. Put one on top, put the other on the bottom, but leave it offset. Put your thumb on top of the Joker, put your pointer finger on the spectator's card, and put your other 3 fingers on the other Joker, and clamp down. Then, as you go like this, you're just going to keep the clamp tight, but once you go for that third pass, you're going to loosen your grip a little bit, so that way the 3 cards you're touching stick to your fingers, and their card comes right along with it. That's the basics of it. You just control their card to the bottom and do a little bit of patter, which is the industry name for talking, and then you just throw the cards. It is a little bit finicky. Don't be afraid to drop the cards. It's honestly kind of funny if you drop the cards. I drop cards all the time, especially when I am drinking. It makes it pretty funny. But yeah, in fact, one time I remember I was at a club doing that trick for some strippers, and I dropped some, and I'm like, you aren't gonna pick it up? They're like, not dollar bills. But yeah. So yeah, that was basically that was basically it. I was just planning on having a fairly short stream for today. I'll go over the updates again pretty quickly for y'all while I get a little bit more practice in. Just finished up this semester of law school. Grades came back. They were pretty good. Can I do it again, like the full routine? That trick? Sure. Since y'all have seen it already, you'll know like the beats and everything. I always use the same pattern almost every time, but we'll go ahead. Actually, I'll give the deck a quick shuffle. That way you know I'm not going to cheat, even though I'm always going to cheat. You're good. You're good. I like performing. We'll go ahead and grab out a random card. So 2 of spades. We'll put it right about middle of the deck, right about there. Give you one last look. That way you remember what the card is. I don't know what time of day it is. It is a Friday. Some of y'all might be drinking. I want to make sure that you remember exactly what the card is. We give it a quick shuffle, and this trick is so easy because that's all I need to do. And it's just the Joker, don't worry. But, that's the other Joker. I'm not going to pull it from off screen, but I will have the Jokers pull it from the middle of the deck. And that's that full trick routine again. So, yeah, back to what I was saying. I just finished this semester of law school. Grades came back great. Full video coming out on that later. I know if you're here for the Magic, you probably aren't as interested in like my law school stuff. But if you are, or you just like my personality, feel free to check out that video when it comes out later. And yeah, later on this summer, those of you who are subscribed or have seen me before maybe saw the poll about what you want me to include in the Magic 101 course. I'll probably have a couple more polls with a couple of questions for y'all. But yeah, that's the big thing coming out later this summer. Other than that, I'm going to be working quite a bit, but oh shoot. The goal is to still treat this as a priority. Like, I'm finally getting paid from this. You guys seem to really enjoy the videos and the streams, so I'm going to try and be streaming quite a bit more. Someone earlier mentioned Magic the Gathering. I do have a stream eventually planned. Magician learns to play Magic the Gathering. I have a couple of other streams planned, like learning to juggle So not everything is going to be magic related or law school related, but hopefully you find something that you enjoy. And I appreciate all of you sticking around. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. If you did, feel free to subscribe to the channel, check out some of my other videos, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. It is a beautiful day where I am, so hopefully it is for you too. Have a good one, guys.